Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. And you're not so big. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. And you're not so big. Life is unfair.
What is good? Welcome to the live stream. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and donate. If you donate $25, you become an instant moderator. And you can donate it through Super Chat now. But yeah, what's good? What's up? Alright, I got ripped off by Cumia and I'm kind of pissed by it. I'm going to play some videos and shit. This cocksucker. Now, I always knew he was going to do this, but the fact that he did it, but did it in an asshole way, he couldn't just be straight up, which is annoying the shit out of me. But, yeah, the compound media thing didn't carry over. There was no merger. Gavin just hired Cumia. And you know how I know Gavin just hired Cumia? He works with Owen Benjamin and he hates Owen Benjamin. Great hire, but Cumia is trying selling it as a merger. No, it was not a merger in any way, shape, or form. Which I told all you compound people. What happened, but yeah. So let's see this shit though. So Garrett went on Mega Malice and explained the whole process. And I'm watching this for the first time with you, but
he recently merged with Gavin McIngus's Censored.tv, so now they're calling it Compound Censored, right? Or Censored Compound?
Compound Censored, yeah.
So my understanding is this happened
no, it's just Censored TV.
really quickly, even though everyone saw it coming for a long time, and no one had any notice. Can you break down how you found out about this and what happened?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, like you said, 2 or 3 years. You know, Anthony lived in New York, and then he bought a house in South Carolina. And that house, like, took an extra year to build or whatever. So we thought once he moves down there, it's going to be over. And he moved down there and kept doing the show. So we thought it was going to be fine. But they slowly, like, got rid of Morning with Bill Schultz and Joanne Ochachinsky, and then they got rid of the Jameson show. So we were like, oh, I guess they just cut the fat or whatever, and they're going to keep the studio running. And then about 2 weeks ago, Gavin McInnes just comes in and fires us all.
Wait. So let's break this down. So
Gavin fired him?
Did he literally walk into the studio like a reverse Santa Claus and say, instead of presents, tell you you're all fired?
Yeah. Well, him and Anthony do a show every Wednesday.
Okay.
You know, for a combo show. So he was in the studio already. Anthony was still in South Carolina. They did the show, and he texted us before the show, like, big meeting today, everyone be there, like, kind of excited. So we were like, all right, I guess there's some news.
But you're gonna be. I mean, you're gonna be there anyway. It's your job. I don't. It's not like hey, make sure you're at work today.
Well, I think he also texted like Chrissy Mayer and Gino who weren't there. So we were like, oh, I guess they're just gonna announce the merger and tell us what's happening. And after the show, we tell Anthony, yeah, there's a meeting today, and he's like, what, today that's happening?
Hey folks, I just got back from Washington, D.C., where I testified before Congress about a global cartel and its attempting to...
Wait, it was Gavin who texted you, not Anthony?
Gavin texted us, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he texted Gavin, it was like, hey guys, big meeting to make it seem exciting.
Yeah.
So Gavin sends the text, big meeting, like it's all exciting, okay.
Anthony doesn't know what's happening. Then he's like, oh, it's happening today, I'll stick around. So
Anthony pretended he didn't know what was happening.
Gavin comes back from the bathroom. I'm guessing he took like a nervous shit or something because he was preparing for this. And he comes in the studio and he's like, so compound and censored are merging, and basically you're all fired.
Wait, hold on. So the thing with Gavin is he has this kind of trickster energy, right? And he's really good at saying really normal things in a fucked up way.
Well, in Gavin's point of view, I
things
get
in
it.
a normal way.
I agree with
So,
that. Of course, from
What
Gavin's
was
thing.
the
The echo? Oh yeah.
vibe
hold
on his
on.
face? Did it seem like he was joking? Did he seem stern?
I forgot I went live. Let me turn this down so there'll be no echo. Fuck. I forgot I was going live, people. Sorry. There's no more echo now.
It seemed like he was excited to do this.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay. Did he actually say the words "you're all fired," or was he like?
He literally said, so basically you're all fired. That was it. Like there was
Okay.
no couching it like we're merging and we're gonna do this or whatever and try to figure stuff out. It was just you're all fired.
So let's take a step back. You were with Anthony from like the beginning, right?
Since like episode 50,
And when was that?
2014 in like September.
Okay, so like almost a decade of your life that you'll never
Yes.
get back.
Uh-huh.
your prime Garrett years. I know. I'm not. I don't want. This is a touchy thing, but I have to ask. Like, I know when shit went down with Opie and Anthony, right? When Anthony had that tweet, which he was really kind of canceled over, and everyone was dragging him through the coals over it. He was very upset, and I really don't blame him at all that Opie didn't stick his neck out for him. That Opie just basically threw him to the wolves, like it happened with Roseanne, with her show, and was like, you know what, like let the chips fall where they may. And he was like, dude, if you like stuck your neck out a little bit, like this didn't have to happen. So, I mean, is there not a sense that like it's kind of shitty that he didn't look out for you?
A little bit, but my theory is he wanted to shut it down like 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
But then like a year ago he had a heart attack. Like he bought a house, it wasn't working, he had to rebuild it, blah blah blah. So that wasted a year. Then last year he had a heart attack, so he was out again. So I think I got like 2 or 3 years of him having my back by paying us when he really wasn't making any money and keeping it alive.
Okay. What was the reaction in the room when Gavin said that?
People's like at first didn't believe him, and then it was just, do you know Luby?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
we don't know. What was her position at Compound?
She was like sort of an intern, like a paid intern. She
Yeah,
would do
yeah.
anything extra kind of thing. And she was like, you're making a mistake because the show that I'm on now, Garrett and Steve, we started by filling in for Anthony when he had his heart attack. So he was out for like 4 or 5 months. We would fill in once or twice a week.
It didn't transfer through. Stupid you. You're not money. I think you're money, but you're not. Cumia. They keep calling it it was not a merger. Cumia got hired by censored on the end this. 9-0, fuck that. I heard the heart now. One try. Yeah, wasn't a murder or anything. It was not a merger. It's coming over there. And we were in New York, so they're ripping me off. So fuck Cumia. Anyway. Cumia is now on a network with Owen Benjamin. That's the sad shit. The fact they're still trying to do networks. This thing, Cumia, do you? You know what I mean? Cumia. You're not gonna know all thing. Yeah, you're loser shit. You know? And Gavin shit. Shit. Why you still just do jam? You're just being me. Whatever. Odd thing. Yeah.
And she was like, I get all the customer support and I do all the Twitter and I see everyone and they really like this show and these people and you're making a mistake. And Gavin was like, well, if they want, they could like get a promo code and do their show on our site.
Okay.
You know, but what would our promo code do? All our fans are already subscribed to Compound.
Yeah, okay, right. Oh,
I was sad this fact. He thinks they had fans. Cumia did it a favor. They're funny, I understand. Or whatever. This isn't good now.
so, okay, yeah. So, yeah, I see what they're... So you're going to have to audition for a gig that you had already, basically.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, I know you, like, you're a married man and New York City rent's not cheap. I mean, was this something that kind of freaked you out?
Yeah, kind of. Luckily, we're on a rent-stabilized apartment.
Oh, that is lucky.
Yeah.
Trump did not get shot.
So, you know, ours only goes up like 2 or 3% every year or every other year. So that wasn't that bad. And I had some savings and things like that.
They get a $10
Also,
super
it's
chat.
like, I'm getting sick of living in New York.
I
So
think
maybe
it
this
is
is a
super
way to
chat.
get
Thank
out,
you.
you know, get the bright side of it type of thing.
Yeah.
Well, they
So
give
did they give you any
moderator.
severance?
Thank
Not a penny.
Really?
Yeah. Not even like, here's an extra month of salary or something. Nothing.
What?
I think that's shitty. I'm sorry.
I
will always love my time at Compound. I always
too.
speak highly of it. I speak highly of Anthony, even when people are turning their backs on him, and I think that's shitty.
Me too. Yeah, I'm not sure if like they didn't even think about it because you know Anthony didn't even know it was happening when it was happening, and then the last day of the studio, no one knew. Gavin or Anthony didn't know it was the last day of Compound. Like we had to tell Anthony before the show so he could say something.
What do you mean he didn't? What do you mean he didn't know?
Like that day we got fired, Gavin was
the Wednesday,
like,
right?
The Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah.
Gavin was like, "This is your 2-week notice," which was kind of weird, seeing like punk Gavin saying these corporate words, you know, kind of thing. And we had already had a scheduled vacation for the July 4th week, so that was the next week. So we did the 1 week after the firing, and that was the last week. And then the next week we were going to be off. And Anthony didn't realize that we were going to be off and didn't understand that that was actually the last show on the network.
Okay. Have you talked to him since?
I've talked to him like after the show, you know, after that, the firing and stuff.
Wait, so he was in that meeting. He was there, like
He was
remotely?
there. Mm-hmm.
What was his reaction?
His reaction was he feels really bad, but he had started having to shell out his own money like every 3 months to try to keep it alive, and he just didn't want to do it, you know, couldn't do it. Or
By the way, I gotta break down that video. Cumia admitted he pays money to do this. I didn't get to break down that video. Well, of course he was. They know what they want. Probably happened and they're going. Oh, because I'm gonna bring up that video because Cumia really did. He had $50,000 every 3 months. So the nigga was paying 200 grand a year to their own compound. They claim he made $1 million, which he did not. So, holy shit. There was no merger. Cumia just took a job at compound at Censored.
They don't want to do it anymore.
Okay.
There was no merger. It's Cumia with his thing. And I'm fucked over, like everyone's fucked over. I'm on Combo Media subscription, but it doesn't work. So we're just fucked over. He took a job at Censored. And then it was. Oh wow, he took a job at Censored. I ain't doing that. Oh, yeah, Cumia was the main thing. Fucking stunned. That dummy did this thing. Did he get to this? You don't do shows. You don't do you should have a network. Who does a network? I want to ride, but even Gavin doesn't really do a network. I'm going to stop calling it the merger. It was not a merger. He hired Cumia. He didn't merge anything wrong. He hired anything. And I guarantee you, he didn't work. He paid Cumia like AIU. And I think AIU is more popular, so.
And he kind of just blamed the economy and people aren't subscribing to things as much as they are and, all that stuff. He blamed it on Biden.
Is this so? This is the one thing he didn't blame on minorities. This is the first thing I saw a tweet of his.
It's a broken world. You're the only thing that puts it back together.
Where it's some like really like cracked out white chick, and she's like in 7-Eleven, and she's like in a bikini and just like a complete hot mess. Like just like I think it was just in Seattle or Portland, and I can't even say the word, but he's like she's been N-fied, and I'm like, how is it the fault of black people, but it's a white girl in a white city?
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about too.
It's
Yeah,
like I don't get like there's this is white trash which exists, and still it's somehow it's not her fault. I was like, wow, okay, like he's really gone down. He's really committed to this bit.
Yeah, he could blame it any way. He can find a way to blame them anytime.
Thumbtacks and string. But Chrissy and Gino, they're not fired.
They're not fired. We were told that they're the two shows that were making money, which I don't understand.
In hot water?
I don't understand how you could figure that out.
Right.
Because there's just subscribers, and they get all the shows in the network. It's not like there's a promo code for Compound or anything like that. So that's what we were told, and they start their shows, I think, today.
Wait, so I mean, maybe we're naive, and Chrissy and Gino paid Anthony to have shows. So that's
as he should have. Yes, that is hanging. I said 10 years ago. 2 months ago, fired, so nothing really into. It was 10 years ago, so you're never living on it, you faggot, weirdo, or whatever.
That's how they're making.
Maybe. No, I would say like they were the ones getting paid to do their shows.
Of
So
course,
like,
yeah.
I don't know how they were making money, you know. But
Folks, I had stomach issues my entire life, and I've been talking about this for years. It was by taking
I'm a fucking retard. The retard kids is in down the wall.